Now we're going to have that conversation regarding wastewater, Caribbean Wastewater and Caribbean Water and Wastewater Association, the CWWA. This morning I'm going to be chatting with the Executive Director, Wayne Williams. Good morning, Wayne.
Good morning. So how are you doing?
Quite well. Thank you for joining us this morning. So before anything else, tell us, what is the CWWA?
The Caribbean Water and Wastewater Association is an association of water, wastewater, and solid waste professionals throughout the Caribbean. One of our biggest raison d'etre is advocacy in those sectors, water, waste, and solid waste. Those sectors need Those sectors need advocacy. They need to be ventilated throughout the Caribbean, and we bring everyone together, like we're going to do in a week's time, with the biggest conference in the Caribbean. But we also work on projects with different of the other agencies, the CARICOM agencies, private industries, development partners, development banks. When you want to know about water and wastewater and solid waste in the Caribbean, they come to us.
When it comes to Trinidad and Tobago, do you have any figures on, what our consumption is like, or what happens to our wastewater?
Oh, well, yeah. The figures offhand, I don't know, but I know that for water, most of the country is covered. Of course, WASA has a continual battle of bringing it 24/7, and every place in the world has that level of battle. So they're consistently working on different strategies and plans in order to bring more water to the wastewater. Of course, is big. WASA is beginning to focus on it in a big way. There are a lot of treatment plants in Trinidad and Tobago that need refurbishing. They're not WASA's own, but WASA is working with the government to try to get the funding to be able to bring those back to where they should be.
Wonderful. Now, there has been a recent media launch. Tell us about that.
Yes, last week we launched our conference officially on the media, and we're using an app. It's an application called Hover, where we had purchased it last year just to help make our conference streamlined so that you can get immediate up-to-dates on everything that's going on. Turns out COVID came by, Hover has upgraded, and now we can run an entire conference and exhibit a showcase through it. And so we were bringing it up to the people, that people know what's going on. All our registrants will come through the app. And what's great about that is the app is not only open 24/7, that you can see anything that's on there as a registrant to the conference, but everything is one click away.
Right.
So if you want to go to the exhibitor showcase, you just click on that. If you want to go to the technical sessions, you click on that. If the exhibitors want to host meetings with you, they can put that on there and can be seen. People can join. So it's very user friendly, and it is the way to go. It is the way to go. And turns out that app has won many awards and just set, I think, Guinness World Records last week. So
wow.
We're excited about all. Yeah, they're excited about the use of that. Of course, with the virtuality aspect of it, which everyone is asking about. The strength of virtuality is that you can access it 24/7 from anywhere in the world.
That's right.
Previously in our face-to-face conferences, you have to actually go to the island, which is fun, but not everybody can go, right. And so therefore you end up getting left behind. But this way, we know from this year that we're going to have an aspect of virtuality every year from now on, because not everybody can attend the conference, an exhibition, but you can virtually. And so we'll be setting that up. But this year, it's all virtual, like many other big conferences. And we're happy to be the big one in the Caribbean for water, wastewater, and solid waste.
And what are some of the core topics that you'll be covering in this conference?
Good question. One of the biggies is non-revenue water. It's a hot topic in the Caribbean now. It was in Trinidad a little while ago. But the water utilities have to handle their non-revenue water. A lot of people call it wasted water and water you need to fix leaks, but it's much more than that. There's pressure management, there's metering. Even if the WASA pipes did not have leaks, people have leaks in their home. People are not paying for water they're using. So it's a big deal. So we have in solid waste, we have waste to energy. Waste to energy is big in the Caribbean. A lot of foreign investment firms are coming down and wanting to do some work with us in that. So solid waste is big on that. We have reduction of waste, waste minimization, many technical topics. We have actually 25 technical sessions and 4 technical seminars, just for the price of $150 US. So if you were to work out the math, it's less than $5 right. per session.
Yeah.
And anybody logging on to anything know that that's 20, 30, 40, 50, $100 generally. And so what you're going to get is regional information with regional projects for just a few bucks.
Yeah, which is not bad at all, well within the reach of many. And speaking of the reach of many, who is this targeted toward? Is it people who are within the profession of water and wastewater management and such, or is it open to the public?
It is open to the public, but it is you have to register.
Right.
And it would be those that would be interested in those sectors. And it's not only about engineers and water and wastewater professionals. It's also for those that are in the industry, because don't forget, we have industrial relations, we have planning, we have disaster preparedness.
Right.
That's big sometimes. Many times, often, we have to work with the disaster agencies with respect to water, wastewater, and solid waste. So, like with SEDEMA, regionally, we're working with them as an association, but locally, WASA has to work with the local disaster preparedness groups, and it's all joined together. And climate resilience is a big topic. You have to be able to resist disasters. This year we have a pandemic. It's a disaster. Right. It has affected production. It has affected incomes throughout the Caribbean that have relied on tourism. All the hotels are closed. They're not using water. They're not using electricity. So their bills will go down. So the utilities that require that,
right?
They're suffering a bit. And so everybody wants this thing to go away, but it is a disaster. It's the same as if a hurricane came, or God forbid, and anything else like that. You still have to deal with it, and you have to work around it. You have to put things in place in order to bounce back quickly. I think the new word they're using is pivot. You have to be able to pivot quickly, whether it's a disaster or in any situation like that. You have to keep flexible, and you have to be able to bounce back quickly. And it's all about the people too. A lot of people have lost their jobs. People who have to work in a difficult environment, and the number one solution for COVID is wash your hands.
Yes, of course. Of course, water is so important for that.
Very much so. And so if you don't have that, it's difficult. And so the water utilities have done a lot of things in order to be able to get water to the people.
That's right.
Including not disconnecting them for non-payment of bills temporarily. Yeah. So
that's right. Yeah. Just before we go, when is the registration open until? Just quickly.
Registration is open until this week, Wednesday. And for regular registrants and for those who want to exhibit. So that's when it ends. The conference starts next week, Monday, first thing Monday morning with an opening plenary, and it's on all week. We have about 5 technical sessions per day for the whole week, so Monday to Friday. And then what we're known for as well is our high-level forum, which is where the government ministers responsible for water, wastewater, and solid waste actually have a forum to come to discuss those matters.
Right,
and so we have that the week after,
right,
on Tuesday and Wednesday, but that's only for specially invited the government ministers. It's there, and senior technical personnel. And then, which is the 27th and 28th. And then the 3rd and 4th of November, we have the one on waste. So we spread it out this year because we can. That's one of the benefits of virtuality. Otherwise, everything gets crammed into 1 week.
So true. And, so you all are pivoting quite well. And with that, I want to thank you so much, Wayne Williams, for joining us this morning. Wayne Williams is the Executive Director of the Caribbean Water and Wastewater Association. Register online is open until this Wednesday. For now, we're going to take a break and come back. We have entertainment.